I had always thought of myself as responsible with money. I worked hard, paid my bills, and avoided unnecessary splurges. But despite all that, my debt wasn't budging. In this episode, I teach 5 steps to transform your finances from chaos to control. Each month, my paycheck felt like it disappeared the moment it hit my account. Between credit card balances, a car loan, and a lingering mine and my husband's student loans, I felt like I was drowning. Welcome to the Simple Money Systems. This is the go-to podcast for exceptional women who are eager to pay off their debt and live a fearless, meaningful life with confidence and joy. Hi, Diana Gallas here. I am a mom to a special needs child, a caregiver to a loved one, and the host of this show for you who is determined to break free from debt without sacrificing what you value most. Discover here simple money strategies to set you free from debt culture, money wasting, and ever-changing mode of currency and market volatility. If you're ready to say yes to a debt-free life and exchange everything that hasn't worked for a plan that will, results that are undeniable, like peace of mind, better sleep, improved mood, and more money in your pocket, this podcast is for you. Hug your bug or boo, roll up those sleeves, and get your life out of debt into your freedom land with confidence. I felt like I was drowning. We made payments on time, but it was always the minimum. And it felt like we were paying off our debt forever. And then we added a mortgage because we really wanted to live in our home, to care about it, to make it our own. And then we added another child. You can imagine, right? One evening, staring at our growing balances, my husband and I realized that something needed to change. And we agreed on one thing. We couldn't keep throwing random amounts at our debt and hoping for the best. We needed a plan. So, step number 1. Declutter the budget to free up your cash. And this is what we did. So, take a hard look at your budget. You may see the usual expenses such as rent, groceries, and gas. But hidden among the essentials were small, unnecessary costs eating away at our money, such as a gym membership we barely used and it wasn't helping me to lose weight. Then multiple streaming services we wanted to entertain ourselves at our newly purchased home. Then impulse buys at coffee shops and convenience stores just for a quick stop. And friends, my most addicting spending was buying things on sale. You might realize as well that if you could cut out these unnecessary expenses, you'd have an extra cash each month to put toward your debt. After decluttering our budget, we freed up an additional $300 per month. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was enough to make a real difference if we use it wisely, right? So, step number 2, organize your debts. Next, after decluttering your budget, write down all your debts in your notebook. Divide your debts into 5 columns. The first column with your debtor's name, the second with the total debt balance, the third column showing the interest rate, then the minimum monthly payment, and the last column is monthly payment due date. Now, you might feel overwhelmed just by looking at the numbers, but instead of panicking, focus on what matters to you most. Paying off your debt, right? Now, what debt to pay off first? There are 3 main debt payoff methods. The debt snowball method, when you focus on paying off the smallest debts first, while making minimum payments on larger debts. Once debt is paid off, you roll that payment amount into the next smallest debt. This is my favorite method because you can see the results noticeably sooner. Another method is the avalanche method, and the third one is debt consolidation. All of these are great methods when used correctly. Now to step 3. So this step is to prioritize your debt payments by choosing the debt repayment method you prefer. I'll have a separate podcast episode concentrating on explaining all the 3 debt repayment strategies, so stay tuned. Now, have your debt list visible to help you stay on top of your repayment plan. All right, now to the step 4, allocating extra funds to debt payments. With your decluttered budget, you may have an extra $300 per month. Make a decision to throw that entire amount at your first debt in line. Let's say instead of making just a minimum payment of $135, you now pay $435 every month. Just imagine paying off your $3,000 credit card balance in less than 10 months. Once that credit card is paid off, you then redirect that extra money toward the next debt, creating a snowball effect of progress. This is how you can create and experience the transformation from stuck to debt-free. And after a year of sticking to your plan, you'll notice serious progress. Your credit cards can be paid off, and your car loan balance will shrink faster than you'd ever imagined. Let's take a moment to recap what truly changed. You decluttered your budget, organized and prioritized your debt, and focused on what mattered most. You stopped wasting your money on things that didn't serve you. You chose a repayment strategy and stuck with it. Then you allocated every extra dollar toward crushing your debt. So, you see now why it's so important to prioritize what matters most. If you want to pay off your debt, the key is to declutter your finances and focus on what matters most. And it's your debt repayment. Then choose a strategy and allocate extra funds to debt. Friend, remember, you can't get out of debt by staying stuck in the same habits. You too can take control of your money and prioritize your way to financial freedom. All it takes is a plan, some focus, and the courage to declutter your finances. Now moving to the step 5. Stay consistent and motivated. Decluttering your budget is just the beginning. Staying consistent is key. Here's the tip of the day. Keep your why front and center. What's your ultimate goal once you're debt-free? A powerful way to stay motivated as you declutter your budget and crush your debt is to surround yourself with like-minded ladies who can cheer you on and keep you accountable. Add to that the boost of weekly emails filled with actionable tips and motivational messages, and you'll stay inspired and focused every step of the way on your debt-free journey. Sign up for the Simple Money Systems newsletter in the show notes below this episode. When you decide to get serious about paying off your debt, it's an exciting moment. You might spend a full weekend decluttering your budget, canceling unused subscriptions, cutting back on unnecessary expenses, and mapping out a plan to crush your credit card debt. The first month would go great. You stayed committed to your budget, made an extra payment toward your first debt, and now you're feeling proud of the incredible progress you've made. But by the second month, the excitement starts to wear off. Your friends invited you out for a dinner, and you forgot to update your spending tracker, and before you knew it, your budget became messy again. Oh well, you think, maybe I'll just do it next month. But deep down, friend, I want you to know that if you let things slide, you'll fall right back into your old habits. I want to remind you here, building a monthly money checking routine. Once a month, set aside 30 minutes to review your budget, track your debt payments, and make adjustments to your spending. To make it more enjoyable, turn your check-ins into a fun ritual. Brew your favorite coffee or tea, light a candle, and play your favorite playlist in the background. It can become something you'd look forward to, not a chore. Then, make sure to celebrate milestones to stay motivated. Because paying off debt is a long-term goal, and it's easy to lose motivation along the way, celebrate small milestones like paying off your first $500, knocking out your first credit card, or reaching the halfway point. For each milestone, pick a small reward, something that feels special but doesn't break your budget. When you pay off your first $500, treat yourself to a fancy coffee and a new journal, because this is the progress worth celebrating, right? Also, make sure to stay inspired with a debt-free vision board. To keep your goals front and center, create a debt-free vision board. Check episode number 72 on how to create a vision board. On your board, pin pictures of the places you want to travel once you are debt-free, quotes that remind you to stay consistent, and a progress tracker showing how much debt you've paid off. And here's another tip. Each time you pay off a debt, cross it off. It's motivating to see progress. Now, friend, I want you to realize the power of consistency, because sticking to the plan is the key to success. Your monthly check-ins will keep your budget clean and on track. Celebrating milestones will keep you motivated. Your vision board will serve as a reminder of your why, the life you're creating for yourself. Set a goal to pay off 2 credit cards, knock out $7,000 in debt, and build a habit of managing your money with ease. It isn't about perfection. It's about showing up consistently, month after month. Friend, you don't need to be perfect, just consistent. If you want to pay off your debt and declutter your finances, the secret is simple. Start and stay consistent. Here's how to do it. Number 1, create a monthly money check-in routine. Number 2, celebrate your progress with small milestones. Number 3, use visual tools like a debt-free vision board to stay inspired. And remember, progress beats perfection. Even small steps add up when you take them consistently. You can transform your financial future 1 month, one milestone and one vision at a time. So what do you think? I really want you to start believing in your ability to get your financial life in order. Have you learned a tip or two from what you just heard? Did I push you out of your comfort zone or challenge you to think differently? And if so, I would love to hear about it. Please share your thoughts in the Simple Money Systems private Facebook group and inspire others on their debt-free journey. Check the link below this episode in the show notes to join it. Also, please leave me a 5-star written review on the iTunes Simple Money Systems podcast. I'm so grateful to you for doing this because so many others can find a way to their debt-free life just by reading your review. So now, grab your coffee, light your favorite candle, and get ready to tackle your budget and crush your debt. You've got this, my friend. Take care of yourself, and I'll meet you back here in just a few days. Thank you for tuning into the Simple Money Systems podcast. I hope you found this episode insightful, and I truly believe that a mom like you can be an inspiration to many others just by simply sharing this podcast and leaving a path of precious gems for those moms who are yet to find them. So together, we can create a community of exceptional moms who stand behind each other. Would you share it with other ladies so they can also find a way to a purposeful, debt-free life? Your precious gem is yet to shine. Get it out and share your light with others. Take a good care of yourself, and I meet you right back here at the Simple Money Systems, where your financial freedom journey begins.